And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Okerson and Robert Kelly.
Bobby, I could smell when we're listening to something from the soundtrack of one of your sober dances.
This is my era.
It's The Bonfire. Faction Talk Sirius XM 103. Big J. Okerson, Robert Kelly. Two great guests in today. They're going to be hosting the Armored Combat in Perryville, Maryland together Saturday the 21st at Fifth Company Brewing. It is the hilarious Chris Faga and Mike Harrington. So much stuff. Mike's also going to be there this weekend hosting micro wrestling. Ooh. Ooh.
Is that what they call midget wrestling now?
Yeah.
That's the new word for midget wrestling.
Micro?
And I think it's because the talls got offended at the word midget. I think the midgets like midget.
I'm offended at the word talls.
Yeah.
So is Jacob.
I'll tell you, Harrington, I did when I was on Mayhem Fest years ago. They had three midgets, micros. playing Oompa Loompas.
Okay.
For a little like show. They did the Beecher's Madhouse was actually the one running that.
Fucking crazy show.
But but he brought these three midgets out.
Micros. Yes.
Out on a bus tour to do this little thing before one of the bands came on. And one of them was a black girl.
Laundry.
Cute. Laundry girl. And she... but she was hanging out one time. She was like saying she also does like stripping, like novelty stripping and shit. And I was like, really? She goes, yeah, you want a lap dance? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take a lap dance. And then she came on the bus with me and started like giving a lap dance. Got fully naked, climbing up me like a building.
Started yodeling.
But it was
Climbed up. Was she a micro?
Oh, micro, yeah.
She was a micro black girl?
Yeah, she was playing a Oompa
Jesus,
Loompa.
how big was that ass, though?
Great. It was like two little fists. It was so awesome.
She had to climb up your pockets.
But she was standing here, bent over. She was standing with a foot on either side of my hips, and her butthole was in my face. And she danced for a little while, and then I swear to you, she like rappelled down me, and then she goes, I gotta go. And she just took off. I was like, I was in my head doing the thing. I go, holy shit, dude, I'm about to fuck a micro.
If you had went through her butthole, you would have gotten smaller. Like Alice in Wonderland.
But I genuinely was like, but I've had that a few times in my life where I'm like, look at me, dude, I'm a good person. I'm lowering my inhibitions and guard, and I'm willing to have sex with this micro. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, never even thought of that. Bye. Like, she was right out. She was like, no, I just told you I'd show you what I do, striptease wise. And I'm like, now I'm horny for your little midget ass.
Did you actually hear the sound? Pew.
Yeah, pew. Pew. Yeah, she went, doodle, pew. And then her shoes chased after her afterwards.
I would love to have sex with a midget.
That's an Olympic sport, a Paralympic.
Having sex with midgets?
No, Paralympic micro badminton.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I would be okay. I would be okay in the Paralympics if like fucking was a contest. Like whoever finishes first, it's got to take a long time.
Oh yeah,
form like your legs don't. Oh my god. But those strong ass upper bodies are going to be amazing.
Yeah. Sad that they can't. They have to put their wallet in their upper pocket, though.
I know.
They can't have it in their back pocket.
It's impossible. They'll never get to it.
They'll never get to it.
No.
They all have to wear those weird gun bags that are on your chest.
Yeah.
It's
like
their
cell phone, their hotel key.
It's like as scary as a fucking a dinosaur is. If you put a kick me sign on their back, they can't do shit about it.
It's kind of fucked up that the Paralympics logo just looks like the regular Olympic logo if it got hit by a bus.
It's just slightly fucked up.
Yeah, it really is just tilted over.
Can I see it? I can see that.
They should just make it the Olympic logo and just put like backs of chairs in front of each thing so it just looks like a series.
Doesn't it just look like you got fucking hit by a truck?
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, 2 colors short like the chromosomes. He goes, well, where's black and...
And that's the Special Olympics. It's different colored drools. That's that one.
They're drips.
Yeah, it's all the crayons in a Crayola set.
Yeah.
Dude, say what you will about the Paralympics. It's hilarious.
They're goofy.
I've been watching it.
Was I supposed to say something nice there? Huh?
I didn't know of some of the sports. It's like blind soccer.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's
Blind soccer.
They're fenced in, and there's.
Soccer is so funny.
Dude, blind soccer. I saw that.
I showed it to Bobby.
It is
I have not seen that at all.
fucking because he has to do a penalty kick, and they have to.
But they spin him around on a baseball bat like he's going to hit a pinata first?
They're gonna do that daredevil shit where they clang on the thing.
A guy.
He's on the
bangs-
left.
No
Follow
way,
my
really?
sounds.
Yeah.
A guy when
Marco
every
Polo
teammate
it?
is taking their penalty kick, the guy bangs the left and right of the goalpost to let them hear the sound like
Like a
this
bat.
is where you should aim for.
I like that. Now
Is
I'm
that
thinking
a
of
position?
ideas, though.
Is goal banger a position?
It's not a no. That's a sighted guy.
Okay.
How
He does
about
that for
how about
everybody.
if you do like the long jump, where you wheelchair as fast as you can to a short wall, and then when your thing hits, you just fling forward, and it's how far you can slap your hands down. And now we're thinking. Now we're cooking with gas, guys.
But you have to crawl. You have to crawl back into your wheelchair.
Absolutely.
You can't get any help.
No, absolutely.
Why
I
not
like
just?
the-
Why not bring in a cannon?
Huh?
Just shoot him out of a cannon.
Just fire them
Yeah.
and see how far they go.
Yeah.
Pole
like-
vault should just be a catapult at this point.
It's got to be so fun to watch.
The watermelon eating contest.
But you
Are
get
they
into
putting
it.
breakdancing for this year in Paralympics? Because that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
USA Little People Badminton? USA took gold
I knew it.
because
Really?
and we get
It's a very American
war-
game.
no. You're wrong.
But
Apologies.
do the rackets?
China
do the rackets
destroys
look
in
regular
badminton.
size?
They are regular size.
But they look like regular tennis rackets in their hands.
Oh my God, it must, dude. Was there catching butterflies out there?
But we took gold for the first time, I think, in badminton.
USA,
Yeah.
USA.
They took gold and they tried to eat it.
It was good.
They thought there was chocolate inside?
Yeah, he
Candy.
goes, no, this isn't Jewish candy. This isn't Jewish candy. All candy Jewish.
Paco, you were raising your hand?
I was going to talk about the blind soccer.
Oh, okay.
What about it?
The goalie isn't blind, right? He can see.
What an ass. What a jerk-off
No,
move.
I think the goalie's blind, too.
No goal has ever been scored ever in blind soccer.
They
Goalie
put a
side.
blindfold on him so they equaled it out.
I mean, you can watch the
Yeah,
footage.
I think they put a
I think I
blindfold on
watched
him.
I
couple
think the
of games
goalie
with
might
play.
be sighted, but yeah, you still got
I
to
think they
block
put.
the goal.
I think they put a blindfold on him.
I think
Really?
Yeah, to kind of even
max
it out.
one eye if you're a goalie in blind.
Blind
soccer.
soccer teams are made up of 4 outfield players and 1 goalkeeper. Outfield players are visually impaired, which means they are completely blind, have very, very low visual acuity, and or no light perception, whilst the goalkeeper must be sighted or partially sighted. What weird rules. What about the inner bickering of stuff like that? He goes, he can't see good enough to be a goalie. This guy's full of shit.
But it's indoor. It's enclosed. So the ball's hitting.
Yeah,
because
because they kept going into the parking lot.
And then
Can we remake?
It's closer to the goal. The penalty kick is closer to the goal.
I
Can
would
we
hope.
remake the scene with Mickey talking to Rocky, but it's the blind goalie? He's like, I can goalie. I have partial sight. And he slaps him in the face. Goes, you didn't even see that coming, did you, kid? I don't know. How hard is it going to be? It's blind soccer, you know? Huh? Oh, you get killed out there, kid. You're going to get shelled.
Chasing a chicken with no wings.
No, he's just always chasing the chicken, and then he eats it.
And by the way, it's just a radio playing a chicken sounds. It's just a blind kid running in circles around. He goes, this thing's fucking fast.
I think there's somebody calling where the ball is because they can't see the ball. So I think something like they're being visually told it's to your left or something like that.
Yeah,
I've been
left.
watching it.
Your left or my left? Left.
It's
It
great.
didn't really help. I still don't know which one that is.
I just love when USA wins.
Yeah, no matter what.
No matter what, I want us to win.
And for that reason is why you're endorsing Donald J. Trump for president. That's right, Jacob. Look out, Taylor
job.
Swift. You just found competition. Jacob, how many followers do you have? We could probably make a dent in this thing.
Are you voting?
Huh? Kid Rock, dude.
Yeah.
That's your choices in the world now. Kid Rock or Taylor Swift. Kid Rock. No, I'm not voting. I never vote.
Me and Ari are going to Cuba.
To vote together?
No, that week we're going to Cuba.
Why? To fix a machine? To fix a voting machine?
Yeah, we're going down there to fix the machines.
You're still allowed to go to Cuba?
You can go to Cuba, but you have to get a Visa card, something like a card. You don't want them to stamp your passport because it will fuck you up coming back in. But you have to go for like a learning about the culture or some type of learning thing. You can't just go.
You're not going to free your relatives from Guantanamo Bay?
I'm not Cuban. I'm Irish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not Cuban in Guantanamo Bay, I don't think.
No, I don't think they are. I think they're all fucking ISIS.
You going to make us think about that little Cuban Missile Crisis thing?
Yeah,
you should talk to Castro.
I'm gonna go. He's dead.
Oh, but his brother, though.
Son.
Fucking
Is
Gallagher,
his brother?
too.
Is his brother? Raul.
Yeah. Castro, too? He has the same closing with the fruits and shit.
You say Batista's gone.
The thing we were going around the room, the scene from Blow. You both remember the movie Blow?
Of course.
The most shocking scene to me in that, first of all, the most beautiful scene was how Johnny Depp's hair looked when he went angry to that beach and found out that his guy from jail was fucking him over. Yeah. God, his hair looked good. Yeah. God, Johnny Depp's hair looked good. It was just falling. It doesn't matter. In the movie,
Lou
when he
would
goes
like
back,
it. It's a wig.
When he goes back,
Lou
it's
would
not a
hate
wig.
It. Was that his hair? I don't think that was his hair.
One of them was his hair in that movie. Something had to be his hair.
You think Boston George was wearing a wig?
At some point, he was wearing lots of wigs. But Lou just dumped his black girlfriend because she wears wigs. But I understand. I do. He doesn't know what she looks like still. It's too many dates to not know what she looks like.
She wears a different wig every date.
Every date. And that means you don't know what she looks like. Because she looks totally different without a hair. With that, who knows how short that hair is.
Did she ever let you pick him out? Like before you go on a date, she's like, look, I got A, B, and C here. Which one are you thinking?
She waited till he showed up to see what colors he was wearing. And that's the wing. Oh, Shaka Khan.
She stands next to a picture of Lou and does this with two wigs. Like, no.
Scatty cat? Scatty cat?
No. But the scene in Blow that blew my mind the most was when he went home and his dad and mom took him in and he was talking. He was all kind of washed up at this point and had nowhere else to go. And then his mom called the fucking cops on him. And she was like, you're a piece of shit and I'm not going to have you in this house like that. Remember that? I was like, man, that's not my mom. My mom said, my dad doesn't know my middle name. My mom...
Because he didn't give it to you.
He didn't give it to me. But he did. I always say, Gare, if you're listening out there, bud, thank you for not making sure I wasn't named Oscar Okerson. That was his. That was his call. Jason doesn't rule, but it's way better than being a fat kid named Oscar Okerson in Philadelphia. That would have been a nightmare.
You sound like
O?
the
Big O?
Yeah.
Dude, the double O. It's just fat. It just sounds like it comes with a tuba soundtrack.
That's
every time you walk around.
It's a fat kid that owns a hot dog company.
Yeah, you would never survived.
Your initials are what you say when you see a sandwich.
Yeah. Yes, I may have been like a mogul, like a young mogul in the sandwich world or something, but I would have died young for sure. I would have died young, without a doubt. Didn't you say Tony Luke died?
Is he?
I thought you said, didn't you say his son or something started a new thing?
No, that was Gino's. Gino, the guy who owned Gino, he died and his son took it over.
But someone said there's a place now. It's like someone was telling me Tony Luke's isn't called Tony Luke's now. It's like Tony and Steve's or something. That's weird.
I don't know about that. Tony Luke's is good though.
It's all good.
It's real good.
But when his mom, to my question, my mom, she definitely would have let me. My mom was definitely like you're going to spend the night in jail if I got something like that. Like you're going to learn your lesson. Like she wasn't big on getting me out of trouble. But there's no fucking way she would turn me into the because I was making the thing we were talking about Kimowitz, the late Kimowitz. What happened where I was I used to be so mad at the guy who killed him's mom because she was trying to get him out of the country, and then I was I kind of let that go because I'm like, so if I killed Christine Grizzly, my mom, while not being into that, would help try to get me the fuck out of trouble.
And I remember my mom
out of the country
the night when I did that when I robbed that pizza store. The warrant got lost. So I remember I was out getting fucked up and a cop pulled up and he's like, what's your name? I was like, Bobby Kelly. He's like, there's a warrant for you. I'm going to get it. So if you don't want to get arrested, get the fuck off the street tonight.
Oh, wow.
And he went back, got it, went to my house. I remember this now. And he's like, is your son here? We have a warrant for his arrest. And she said, I know where he is. And I was out in front of the liquor store trying to get a buyer. Because back then, remember getting a buyer? And the cop car pulled up.
No, I didn't do that. I was a good boy, but I do know what you mean.
But the cop car pulled up, and I was fucked up. And my mother was in the back seat, and she just went, come here. And I just, your mother says, come here. I don't know why. You just go. And I went in the car, and I went to jail. And then a week later, when I was in court, my bail was $10, and she just let me go to jail.
Whoa.
Yeah. But in hindsight,
Get that? Yeah.
Well,
she
10
did the
bucks
best
for
thing.
inflation. That's like at least 40 now.
In hindsight, she did the right thing.
I get getting the message and the thing, getting in trouble and all that. I get all those things, but I really like my mom would just. No way. She would try to get me out of fucking. Would your mom turn you in?
Dude, my grandmother told the mailman when they were dropping off jury duty summonses that I moved 6 years earlier. Like when I first turned 18, my grandmother literally like I haven't seen him in 10 years.
That's actually
I was upstairs.
Well, I was
Shit.
for a long time. I was not. I wasn't avoiding it, but I just kept missing the thing when you turn 18. Do they still do this? You have to sign for social services.
Yeah.
You still have to do that. The draft.
Now
basically?
women have to do it.
You basically sign up for the draft, more or less. But it's like also like you're registering the vote at the same. It's like everything at once.
Women have to sign up for the draft?
Now, yeah, I think they just
That's
changed
hilarious. Hope Christine and Dawn get drafted.
That'd be fucking great, dude.
it. Yeah, draft ends at 34. So
Christine, I hope this letter finds you well.
Yeah.
It's been hard here without you taking care of the dog and all.
Everybody's mad at the shitty food they have over there.
But this is the life of being married to a grunt. Christine's a grunt in the field.
You as an army husband? That's great.
Oh, I would do USO shows. That'd be so great. Decorating.
Me and Jay just go over there to visit them doing our
Oh
shows.
my God! Well, a couple military wives.
We kiss them before they leave. We put our legs up.
Oh, Bobby, you're gonna start drinking. We're gonna have a little rosé on Sundays. Who's to stop us, right? This is the freedom they're fighting for. Ting! Thanks, girls.
We just want to fucking everybody else.
Thanks, gals. Would your mother fucking bag you like that?
Oh God, no. Boston George though. To be fair, his mom comes in the house when he's at the top before he's washed out, and she's still like, "I'm washing my hands of this. I think you're dirty. I think you're a piece of garbage." Like
Cunt the whole time.
she kept it real, and when he was finally like, "Nah, you're down and out. You're gonna come to me? Fuck you, dude. You're out of here."
But he wasn't booting her out. She didn't want no parts of it. And now he's like, I'm down and out. He came back to her hat in hand, dude, and she caught the.
Maybe it's something.
Oh, dude,
with
Ray
Boston.
Liotta, that hit me. Ray Liotta, I don't even know why. I don't have like a similar thing, but Ray Liotta really being like, no, like he couldn't believe his wife did it. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That's crazy.
Diane.
Maybe it's something with
What was I
Boston
supposed
moms,
to do?
so they just rat their kids out.
Shut up. What, was I supposed to be an accomplice? You don't think people know you're a drug dealer?
Oh, what a rat!
Everyone knows you're a drug dealer.
Yeah, now
It's
that you're
no
yelling on the
secret.
streets,
Yeah.
you dumb
How do you
bitch.
think that reflects on me?
So yeah, that was actually the whole angle, though, was how it reflected on her. It wasn't like that's why she sucks. Like your mom maybe thought
My mom was
she
doing
the
it
right
to
thing.
help me,
Yeah.
and she was crying. She
Also,
wasn't-
get a weekend alone.
yeah, she wasn't going. You know what you make me look like in the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Robbing a pizza store, you piece of shit.
But I was telling you the thing beforehand that my mom, though, as far when I said I lied, you may have heard the story before too, Mike, but I lied about fucking a girl in high school. Instead of that just getting worked out by getting caught that I'm lying and having to say sorry to somebody, it was like a thing. Parents called and involved and everything. Yeah, because she skitzed out. She really did not want anyone to think she fucked me. She was against the idea.
He had to apologize in a suit in the auditorium
front of the school.
In front of the school.
Wow.
But when I
What,
went,
do you remember your apology?
I remember the first sentence.
What was it?
I just tried to be funny, and I was like, as you probably guessed, if when you heard it, I did not have sex with Carly Roadside. Yeah. Well, I didn't even lie. What happened was, I was friends with her, and we would like cut school together a lot. But I mean, she lived on my grandmother's block where I stayed all the time, so I would like that was like a sneak out of the house and go to her house, and like we would like kiss a little, and I remember holding her tits once, but like there was no fucking or anything. We were pretty young. I guess people probably were fucking at that age, but this wasn't where I thought it was going at all. But like I was hoping something would happen more, and I liked her, but she wanted to hang all the time. And then one day Liam was like, "Wait, you weren't in school today again?" I go, "Yeah, I went to Carly's house," and he was like, "Pfft." I just started doing enough like basically like you're fucking queer if you're not fucking her. So I had to do like I mean, what do you think, dude? I'm over there like a couple times a week, like cutting school. So like, right? And then that kid liked her. Scott something.
And you weren't fucking her. You're just over there like putting like paper bags on her books, helping her with fucking homework.
Listening to music, watching some like TV
You know,
stuff.
Ryan
just
Reynolds
fucking-
and Just Friends.
Oh, damn.
I swear.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And she, but yeah, so like I told the kid, I was like, yeah, whatever. But he liked her. I didn't know that. And then and she liked him too. And they were hanging after school one day, and she was like, they were doing the I like you, and he was like, yeah, but I mean, if you're already fucking Jay, or something like that. And she's like, excuse me, what? And I was like, you're already fucking. And then by the time that got back to me, dude, it was her parents calling, saying they were going to sue me for defamation of. And what hurts so much about this, I was like, most people have to apologize for this. She was so grizzed out by the idea of anyone thinking this at all that it was like huge. And I had to go to school with my mom, and we sat with that principal. I remember when they said that. This is what I said, thinking your mom's a little cooler than she is, knowing that actually in hindsight, we shouldn't have done this. This did not build character for me, I would say. But the guy, Principal Harris, he called us in and he was like, well, we have an issue. He goes, the parents are so involved, like you're going to be expelled. Expelled.
Can you get expelled for lying about fucking somebody?
He said he could.
I don't think you can, and I don't know if you're gonna.
They also can't sue you for defamation.
My mother.
They can't sue you for being a lying little
my
chubby
mother.
guy.
My mother would be happy to support all of that. I should get my mom on the phone.
The judge would see you and be like, "Come on,
Yeah, I mean,
what's he gonna do?"
believed him.
Dude, we should get my mom. No one probably believed me, but I only told one person.
Nobody believed.
And you didn't even tell him. You let him infer.
Absolutely.
What
Very
do you
important.
think we're doing?
Very important that I said that. I
Was
never
that
said
part of your assembly speech?
No.
You should.
No, the assembly speech started by saying, yeah, as you probably guessed when I said it, I did not have sex with Carly Roadside, if you heard that. But sitting in that
Everybody
principal's
start
office,
laughing
and
when
he
you
goes,
said that?
when he goes, you're going to have to do the thing. And then the assembly ended up being, it was me giving that thing, and then like a thing about like lying about people and how that can like ruin lives.
Oh, did you have to give that part?
No.
He gave that part.
There was, not a principal. They had like a person come in.
So everybody had to learn about lying because of little sad
Little
chubby
fat
Jay.
Little fat Jane is dumb.
Oh, now every year they have to go through a lying seminar at the beginning
How
of the year.
lying? It was Steve Renazizi. That's
Jokes on jokes on Carly though, because when she went to the bathroom one time, I took some a pair of underwear out of her laundry and whacked off to what I could only assume is something grotesque that came out of her on those panties. But it was a big deal to me.
We're all in shock. We're all like, what?
Bobby,
that doesn't shock me at all.
Bobby,
Listen.
you took a pair of panties from a chick before.
Never.
For sure.
Ever in my life.
That was my only time, but I had those panties. They were blue. I remember them shits.
I never, ever took a pair of panties.
And when I'd whack off,
Ever.
you just go like this. Just look at them and fucking whack off.
One
wouldn't give
time.
him a
I did
whip?
it. I did it one time.
Thank you.
It was a brilliant. My mom had fucking. This is. I'm not going to talk about it.
You're not going to tell it?
No, you have to now. 'cause
There you
The
go.
story with my
Well,
mom.
wait. Before you get to that, let me finish telling you a thing about my mom.
Your mom's Brazilian.
Because I keep stopping on this point. The principal was like, you're going to make a public apology in the school or you're going to be expelled. And I remember saying some words to the effect of my mom of like, well, you know what? Maybe the next city will treat us a little bit better, Mom. We're going to move on. And she was like, we're not, like, no, like, you're going to,
Yeah.
like, the other choice is, like, pay for, like, Catholic school, which we're Jewish,
Not only
so
were
I
you
couldn't even
staying
go
here,
there.
were you going to a black summer school? Teach
And
you a
she
lesson.
took me, and they took me to, like, whatever you'd call, like, whatever, I forget, what, like, Gimbals or fucking Strawbridges, and I had to go buy a Husky. I remember a gray, shiny gray suit in the Husky section.
That's the worst. That's
I had
the
to
worst
go give a
punishment for a
speech.
chubby kid. A suit.
They got you an Italian lawyer suit.
Yes, dude. Absolutely a shiny fucking.
Not only are you gonna have to give a speech, you're gonna have to wear a belt and a tie.
Dude, I look like a fucking the tiniest public defender.
I think Bobby's correct though. I think black summer school would have been so much worse of a punishment for
Oh, he
this
did go.
particular crime.
He
You
did go,
did?
yeah.
You're like, oh, you never got no pussy before,
Yeah,
and then you're like, your instinct is to lie to these black kids.
That's what you
But
should.
that's why you got.
You should have
there.
lied to them. You'll give us some money. Yeah, I got
sorry
pussy.
guys, I didn't do good in school, so I have to come to summer school because I got too much pussy.
He's learned nothing.
And then they go, hey, does this guy got pussy? He goes, no. He's lying again. No, this
like
guy
z-
never learns.
You're like the zero cool from Hackers of lying on pussy.
Wow, I love that movie.
Man, that was a dumb one. And my mom, but it was so fast. I mean, I remember when we left even, I was like, Mom, we don't even love this apartment we live in. Like, we have no ties here.
Hey, can I ask you a
She was
question?
like, no, you're fucking going to do this
We
speech.
have no ties here. Jay just put a fucking broomstick through his backpack right there and slung it over his shoulder.
Dude, you were ready to be
Started
the end of the
whistling.
Hulk?
We have no ties, but you're gonna
Just
get one.
walking to the next
You're gonna
town?
get a tie, chubby, and you're gonna put it on and go give a speech. How did you? I don't know how you had all this big incident with the girl, right? So you must have not been friends after. How did you get a pair of panties? Did you have to sneak into a room like a cat burglar?
No. We would cut school and just go to her house. She was a basement kid. They gave her like the finished basement. It was her room.
Sick.
So I could just go through the back door. My grandmom's leave my grandma's back door and go in her back door. Nice.
Yeah.
But we were just in her thing, and so in her messy room, as we've all learned as we get older, I assume that women are much more disgusting than men with their stuff when you meet them. And her room was pretty messy, and she just had like a kind of a sloppy hamper in her closet. And then she went to the bathroom one time, and I did a little. There they go. Hey, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here and whack off real quick to your panties.
You put them in your back pocket, and that's why you wear scarves in your back pocket.
That's a memory of Carly's panties. I think she became a lesbian. Probably my fault. I think I turned her. But that was.
So wait, she's dating somebody that looks like you now?
Yeah. She's Hannah Gatsby's wife. Man, that was fucking wild. Yeah, Carly. I wish it's funny. I even think a few years back, or several years back now, like seeing her on Facebook or something, or finding. I don't know if I've found her in years now, but at one point I was like, oh, this is her. And I messaged her. I go, man, and I really did like anything like this, especially when you do comedy. Like right away, I'm like, oh, remember the thing? And I had to go make an apology in the school, and like she doesn't even respond. And I asked another friend of mine who like was friends with her back in the time too, and she was like, oh yeah, no, that like she's not gonna like if she even was like, oh, that's nice, and looked up anything about me, she'd be like, oh, she'll hate. Like she's like a super libby like lesbian and stuff in the way now. She's like, she'll hate what it is you do. And I'm like,
you should send the panties back to her.
I don't know where those panties are at, but man, there was.
Hey, I have to end this story. These are for you.
Those panties were. There was.
You have to break the cycle.
There was something on that cotton part in the middle. Yeah. In hindsight,
it was funny. From your friend.
I know. The other kid that told her, Scott. He wasn't my friend. That son of a bitch. If I would have just never talk about those moments. If I would have just never seen him just walking home that day. And also not going to my grandmom's. If I go to my grandmom's, I would have went up. But I went to my place, which was walking through the park where people were coming home from school. And he was just like, where were you today? Damn it. Could have avoided that whole thing.
Yeah.
But then we wouldn't have had this moment. And I wouldn't have had that little suit.
So you could have fought that dude. We're gonna sue you. Nobody's gonna sue anybody for lying about.
Her parents got on the phone with me that night and said they were gonna sue me for defamation of character. And that's why I'm like, what hurt most is that no one keeps realizing how upset this girl is. I'm like, I know friends who have done this outright, been like, I fucked so and so, and then it's like, months later, someone goes, well, you fucked so and so. What? I never fucked. And the guy's like, all right. I mean, we didn't fuck, but like we like made out, and I like whatever their backpedal is from it, and it just it was settled there. Mm-hmm. But my first finding out about it, I was like, "Hey, Carly's mom and dad are on the phone. I want to talk to you, my mom." And I'm like, "What's that?" And
your first time it turned into a special victims unit
cursing
show.
Me out, cursing me.
Dun, dun.
We've let you because I was friends with her, so it's like you've had dinner at our house. All those things. You start going like. I know, and I do want to fuck your daughter. I just was panicking in a moment.
I have her underwear.
I wanted to impress Scott.
You know what? You're lucky.
I didn't want Scott to think I was a dork.
You're lucky they didn't go any further because if they would have found her underwear in your
oh shit!
Oh, he goes, what about this? And I go, okay. There is an explanation for that.
Yeah, but I gone to trial. That would be the discovery.
Yeah. He goes, what about holding on a pencil end? And I go, okay. I do masturbate to those. Guilty.
Did you keep it or did you burn them? Like, were you terrified?
No, he wore them out.
Burn?
After they found out, were you like, I got evidence?
That's a great question.
Use them as a pocket square in the suit.
I'm thinking you were terrified.
No, I think
that would have been a fun move. As he gave his little apology speech, her underwear sticking out.
Well, the snapback on that, no, I didn't get rid of them. That never came down. But the other thing I had was
you're like a serial killer.
You were going to keep it no matter what.
Colin Quinn was a person I think I even showed these to. This is how early in comedy and I was trying to impress people.
You carried them into the
But
cellar?
I had taken pictures. I think you probably heard this on Skanks before too, but I took pictures of this girl Desiree. Again, so not threatened by me. She wanted me to take the picture she was going to submit to Playboy for her. asked me for what the picture should look like. She's like, you're a guy who've probably seen Playboy. Well, how should I pose? I go, I'll bring over some magazine clippings, like so you could see what the pose like. And I brought like 2 Playboy things and like 8 high society magazine. You know, it's like spread pussy lip stuff. So this girl poses in all these pictures. I get the pictures developed, and I asked the guy, this old man, who he knew what I was doing. I go, can you make doubles of these? But don't mark it as you've made doubles. 2 singles, please. And he's like, gotcha. And I go, and keep a few for yourself. You like what you see in there. And so I got him back.
This underage girl.
No, she wasn't underage.
Oh, okay.
I gave her the pictures, and I kept the batch, unbeknownst to her. And I just kind of had them for myself, just to
You
whack
didn't
it
sell
to.
them to your uncle to make money?
Did not sell my uncle. Not on this time. And so I remember one time I was getting my car fixed. I worked at a car dealership, like the auto parts section.
So the suit came in use.
Yeah. And this guy, there was just some dude who was, they were like, oh, if you go over and ask the Honda people, at a Honda, they go, if you ask them, like, the garage guys, like, they'll fix your brakes for, like, throw them, like, $50 or something. And I was like, oh, that's great. So I go over to this guy. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. He puts it on the list. We're just bullshitting. He's like, where do you live? And I'm telling him, he goes, dude, PJ's Saloon, man. That's like that's right in your neighborhood. That's like my favorite like dive bar. I'm there every night. And I go, oh, so my friend works there. She's like a waitress or something. I go, my friend Desiree. And he's like, dude, I'm so in love with that girl.
No.
I'm so in love with that girl. She's so hot.
No.
And she's like a dream girl. And I was like, yeah?
Oh, no.
Would you do these breaks for free if I showed you a couple of pictures of her? And he goes, no way. So I show him I'm hammering home, bro. You cannot say anything about this.
You should be sued for this.
This was a stranger. This wasn't even Scott.
This is actually
This isn't
against the
Scott.
law.
Probably.
Yeah, not
Yeah, this is revenge porn.
Yeah, this should have been sued.
There's
for
no
this.
revenge to it. There's no problem with me and Desiree at all.
No, but you sold her porn to get free breaks.
I sold nothing. I showed.
But
You rented.
should- but
Oh no, these weren't. I didn't give any to anybody. No.
you didn't give him money. Use that as the monetary value. Her pussy.
Him taking a peek at these pictures.
Well, you're a pimp.
Sure. Accepted. So she, I know I got to wrap this up. So I had my pictures, but that kid, and I had to tell him, I go, dude, she doesn't know I have these doubles. I go, so
Have
just,
you learned your lesson at all? That
Yes.
you can't fucking trust people?
No,
I
now
don't
he
show-
made a good career of this.
I don't show people dirty pictures ever. Really. That's
should
not
have
my
a-
game.
You should have a suit just ready to go. You're a piece of shit.
But I always an apology suit. So
Christine, you better hope he doesn't have pictures of you.
I do have pictures of Christine. You want to see them?
Yeah.
What will you do for me?
I can change your spark plug.
You help me stay. You guys want to help me stain my deck this next week? No. So I had these pictures. I show the guy. I go, please, I'm begging. You just can't tell. Like, this sucks. Like, it'll be in trouble. He goes, buddy, I got you. I mean, the next night he goes to that bar and gets hammered. His excuse, I didn't tell her. He told another waitress. He was like, God, I'm so in love with your friend over there. He goes, I saw naked pictures of her the other day. And so that's all that trickled back. He didn't know my name at all. We didn't know each other. I just met that guy that day.
You got to go give a speech at a bar.
Changes at an AA meeting.
Everybody, real quick. Hi, I'm Jay.
Nice shoot, Fatty.
Yeah, you probably heard. Yeah, back for seconds, everybody. The suit's getting a lot of use. So, of course, he said to her friend, like, I saw naked pictures, and she knows there's only one human being who this could be. It doesn't matter he didn't say my name. It's one person could she goes, who? This isn't
Mark from the photo hut?
Yeah, this isn't cell phone days. So this is like picture, so she's like,
Dude, you should have thrown the fucking Rite Aid guy under the bus. Harrington is correct. Like, immediately.
guy's a perv. The guy gets to go develop into
whoever
perv. Didn't even think about that. What I just did was, she called me like upset, and of course in the background on the phone is her
Was her
boyfriend, her boyfriend, who's doing like
Happens to be a lawyer.
who's doing like the, yo motherfucker, tell him I'm coming over to his house to fuck him up. He's doing all that shit.
White guy?
So
In
what's
the
fun-
background
in the
while
background,
she's-
watching the phone, and they lived in my same like complex. So I'm going, and I remember such funny things. Like, this guy's not a scary guy at all. And I'm cursing back at him. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Come to my house and we'll fuck. I'm doing all that shit, the things in your head. And as soon as I hang up, I immediately go in my head, I go, he's coming over with justified fury, and I'm going out there talking all this shit, and I'm completely in the wrong. And then he never came over, but in panic, I cut those pictures up and flushed them down the toilet.
Like cocaine.
Biggest regret of my life to this day. Biggest regret of my life to this day. No repercussions whatsoever.
The negatives are still in a drop ceiling somewhere, I'm sure.
Chris Faga and Mike Harrington will be hosting Armored Combat in Perryville,
That's going to be fun as shit.
Maryland,
Yeah.
together on Saturday night, the 21st, at 5th Company Brewery. Mike's going to also be this weekend hosting Micro Wrestling.
Ryan
And
Shaner.
Chris is going to be on the road with
Shaner?
Louis J. Gomez in Atlanta, Orlando, and Virginia Beach.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
to robertkellylive.com. He's got Cleveland coming up. So much stuff.
Cleveland
Yeah.
coming up, a bunch of stuff. Punch Up Live / Robert Kelly. Go there.
Addison Improv for me this weekend.
They got a new app out, Punch Up Live. You got to get on it, dude. They got a new app. Go on it wherever you're playing. It knows where you're at, and it knows the emails. You push the button, it sends emails out to all the people
Bobby's
in
the
that area.
CEO. I know
I'm
Bobby's
not.
the CEO.
Do you own this company?
Buddy,
he
it's-
talks about it
all the time.
There's a fucking app. You can just email the people in
It
Cleveland.
sounds like a great product.
You
I'm
gotta
just
get on
curious if
I'll
it's
be in
Payola.
Addison, Texas this weekend with Mike Fenoy. Everybody, come check it out. Omaha after that Skankfest. BigJComedy.com. We love you guys. Enjoy the pre-record tomorrow, and
Yeah.
we'll be back Monday. I won't be here. I'll be on my way to Monday Night Football.
Podcast. Go check out the podcast.
Notes of a Goon.
Me and Ari Shafir will be here on Monday. We'll miss you, Jay.
Yes, Mike?
I told Alex Carlotto I would say Alex Carlotto's name at least 3 times while I'm here, so I love you, Alex Carlotto.
Oh, I love her too, Alex Scarlett. That's 3. Bye.